This is Wicked Rhody, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hey everybody and welcome. My name is Mary Larson.
And my name is Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know, Mary, today marks a very special day.
Tell me.
If you're listening to this on Thursday, you will never have to listen to our podcast again without having a week of football in your life from now to the end of the year.
Oh my gosh, football season seriously is starting now?
Preseason.
Oh
Preseason.
my gosh.
Bring on the Jaguars and everybody else. The Blitz for 6, I think, is what they're officially calling it.
I like that.
Up at the old Patriot World there.
Mm-hmm.
And the team looks strong, and for people who aren't into it,
mm-hmm.
there's a lot of events that you can be doing during games, and we're here to help you with that.
Yes.
So don't worry if you're not a big Patriots fan. We're going to give you all the things to do while your friends are watching the games. So we're really providing you a service from now to the end of the year. And we're on episode 48, which means we're getting to our 1-year anniversary.
I know.
I think we have to wear tuxedos and
definitely.
and formal wear when we record.
I agree.
Yeah. So I'll be sure to.
We'll have a special event for that one.
Absolutely. I'll contact Mr. Tux today. So what's going on in your world? Are you getting everything done you wanted to get done this summer?
Yeah, checking things off on the bucket list. My husband, Blake, he took this week off for vacation.
Good.
And for the first half, we were without kids, which is awesome. My mom took the kids.
That's great.
So we got to go do some fun things. Actually went up to Rockport, Maine, which
Very
is,
nice.
of course, just over the border. Got to see the Fisherman's Memorial in Gloucester and did a lot of wonderful things there. And just spending the rest of the week now with our kids at the beach. Got some great final beach weather to close out August. And the ocean is nice and warm.
Absolutely.
So, how about you?
And because of the Larson fair skin, you guys will be loading up on plenty of sunscreen.
Or we go to the beach at 5. That's pretty much how we
There
roll.
you go. That works too.
Yeah.
You can avoid the parking fees, and
it's free.
And now, do you go to a beach where you can grill, or do you just bring
because
sandwiches
I have the
or something?
kids.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have the kids and they're so young. They're 4 and 2. I don't want any fire nearby, and I can't be distracted because I need to be able to run after them at a moment's notice.
Gotcha.
So
Good deal.
No
Good deal.
grilling.
Good. Well, that's you got to do what you got to do. Maybe when they get a little older, you get a little charcoal grill.
Where
you bring
can
out.
I grill on a beach? Where do you go?
I usually go down to South Shore Beach in Little Compton.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell people how to get there because you have to figure it out for yourself. I'm trying to keep that secret protected. But it's a great beach where you literally pull right up to the water. There's not a big gap. If you go down to Newport, there's kind of those dunes that naturally form, and there's a lot of eelgrass and stuff in there that you go over like this little hump, and then you're there.
Yeah.
This you literally pull right up to the water's edge on the rocks, and you're 15 feet away from the water.
My gosh.
Yeah, so it's great, and after hours, they have fire pits there which you can rent. You have to get a permit from the town, but you can camp on the beach. They allow camping on the beach via camper, not necessarily tent. So that's just something to keep in mind. But it's a great beach. There's a lot of great beaches around here.
Yes,
all of them have wonderful elements and wonderful points to them. Pros and cons depending on what your situation is. So, and I've been sure to hit the beach a few times already, and looking forward to wrapping up baseball season over at McCoy. So once that's completely done, hopefully I'll have more nights to go enjoy the beach with my wife.
Yeah.
And so we just keep on chugging right along. So,
awesome.
So if you're tuned in while you're relaxing on the beach or on the road, working, getting errands done, just listen and enjoy the episode. And if you hear something that piques your interest, we'll have all the links and info for you in the show notes and on our website, wickedroadypodcast.com. I think that's very, very appropriate beach music.
It is.
It's, via 1980s Surfing USA.
I love it.
Mary, tell us about the wicked interesting picks for this week.
Oh my goodness, I am so excited. This Saturday, August 12th, it's the Reggae Festival. Now, are you a reggae fan? I know you've dabbled in a lot of different genres of music.
The only kind of music I'm not into is probably screamo.
Yeah, hey, yes.
But everything else, even like some heavier rock, I like it. But reggae is certainly great to have, anytime. So what do we got going on?
Summer. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is going to be at Bold Point Park on the East Providence waterfront. It's going to be 10 hours of live entertainment.
That's a lot of hours.
Right. The gates open at noon. The music's going to be starting at noon. This is the 8th annual Waterfront Reggae Festival. Tons of great headliners: Freddie McGregor, Anthony B., Kabaka Pyramid, Junior Kelly, like so many things going on. There's going to be a marketplace, food, a rocksteady lounge, and of course, plenty of adult beverages.
I would imagine.
For a reggae fest. So it's really fun. It is $51 for the day of the event. 10 hours of live entertainment. And for those of you who like reggae music, this is a great event to go to. It's going to be on the water, so it's going to be nice and cool. And you're just going to constantly hear some great music. You're going to want to dance, lots of food. And Rhode Island's a great place for local reggae music.
Okay.
I was actually, being a saxophonist, I've been in a couple of reggae bands in my younger years, I want to say. But
3 weeks ago.
Right, previous to kids. But this is a wonderful event. Great music, great food. You can't get more summer than reggae on the water.
That's awesome. So that's happening in East Providence.
Yes, on Saturday at noon. So that's what's wicked interesting. And now, here's what's wicked fun in the 401.
Mary, this summer has been all about fireworks at McCoy Stadium every Saturday night, and this Saturday night is no different.
Tell me.
They have a theme, as they always do. Superhero Night.
Ooh.
Sponsored by Rhode Island Comic-Con. Now, Rhode Island Comic-Con is coming up in November.
Yes.
That is going to be an incredible festival, as it is every year. It's actually one of the biggest in the country.
Really? I didn't know that.
It is one of the biggest in the country. I think it's either second or third to I think it's second to San Diego, which is known for being the massive one.
Exactly.
And they judge that by the amount of both participants and also people who are exhibiting. So whether it be actors, actresses, characters, and whatnot. So anywho, that's Rhode Island Comic Con. Before that, though, Superhero Night this Saturday night. After the game, they'll have superhero theme fireworks. So you'll hear the theme music as you would hear for the various heroes.
Wow.
And so it's going to be a great time. Obviously anytime you do that, having the kids in costume and stuff is fine. And they request that it's only kids 12 and under in the costumes.
Yes.
Adults, you can save the costumes for Rhode Island Comic-Con. But it's going to be a fun night over there at McCoy. Of course, if you want to catch the game prior to that, the game starts at 6:15. And even actually during the day, they have a free clinic from 2 to 3:15 going on right on the field. All you got to do is bring a glove. It's free. You don't have to sign up. It's great for individuals, families, teams, whatever. They'll have the manager, coaches, and also they'll have players out there teaching kids. Ends with the autograph session, so you won't want to miss that. So check that out. That's happening Saturday at McCoy. It's Superhero Fireworks Night.
I love it.
What else is going on?
The AS220 Foo Fest is happening this week, and it's going to be both Saturday and Sunday. It's a Saturday, for example, it runs from 1 p.m. till 1 a.m.
12 hours of insanity.
So much fun.
Love it.
Tickets the day of are $15. In advance, it's only $10. So this is their annual summer block party fundraiser. It is held outdoors and inside. It's on Empire Street in Providence, so that's right where AS220 is. And if you haven't been to the area and you're like, where is it? It's near like Trinity Rep and the Providence Library, right down there. It's the premier festival that highlights the incredible arts and the music and just the creative cultural scene right here in Providence. They've been hosting this annual celebration under the name of the Foo Fest or the Foosball. Get this, since 1995.
That was a good year.
That was a great
year for foosball.
Yes.
I think we won the world championship. The United States did.
No way.
I don't.
Oh, you're just making it. So there's going to be
foosball, not foosball. I thought you meant foosball with the game you play with the handles and the three guys on the stick there.
Oh my gosh! Listen, there's going to be do-it-yourself technology, tons of food and drink, music, tons of hands-on interactive art programs and experiences with local artists. So if you like any of the arts, whether it's the performing arts, whether it's the fine arts, if you just like the culture and the creativity here in the Ocean State, this is a great event to go to. This is something that you can take the kids to during the day. You can go to later at night, and it's a load of fun. The electricity at this event is breathtaking.
And Empire Street is can now be referred to the street that was at one time a one-way.
It scares me every time.
It's now a two-way street, and and I always feel a little like, when I come up, what is that, Wickenden Street or
Westminster?
Yeah, that one. Not Wickenden. That's the other. Yeah, any of those. When I come up and I'm like, I can take a right here. I don't know. This is wrong. This is wrong. Yeah, it's crazy, but hey, it works, and the traffic never seems to be an issue, so that's great. That's great. This Saturday as well. So many things happening.
I know.
Touch a Truck at the Roger Williams Park Zoo. Now, these events are always great, especially if it's a slightly overcast day or even a cooler day, because, the kids can climb all over the trucks. They are doing this, and you can go in with the price of zoo admission from 11 to 2 p.m. You will be able to explore the big trucks and the vehicles they used in the construction of their upcoming rainforest building.
Well, I didn't even know there was such a thing being built.
They are doing so many awesome things over there at the zoo. Dr. Jeremy Goodman is doing a phenomenal job. He took over a couple of years ago after, the zoo really grew for a while, and it was, a wonderful place to be. They brought Dr. J in, and he took it to the next level.
Awesome.
They under his direction, they have now the big backyard. They have the water features. They just do so many great things. They have the petting area.
Yep.
So it's really becoming such an interactive. And the cool thing about the zoo is there's never two visits that are the same.
Correct.
You could take your child there essentially with a family membership. You could take your child there every day and see something different happening.
It's true. Or
do something different. I mean, it's a great way to support the local zoo and the work they do over there and the research and the animal care that they provide, but also it's a great way to educate your children.
Yes.
And by the way, that's a great date.
The Touch a Truck?
It is a date in general to the zoo.
Okay.
Going to the zoo, it's a great first date.
It is.
If you're looking for something different and creative to do, go to the zoo.
True.
You won't have that awkward pause of okay, we ordered food, we're waiting now, we got to talk and make small talk. So
you get to walk around.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. Look at you.
So check that out on Saturday from 11 to 2. Of course, the zoo is open their regular hours, but the Touch a Truck will be specifically from 11 to 2 over there. What got coming up?
This week is a very important week here in Rhode Island because it is the Flickers Rhode Island International Film Festival. I was going to say food festival. Got food in my mind now after all these
They'll
festivals.
have food there, but the festival celebrates film.
Yeah, this is like festival week. There's so many great things going on, so many things, especially in the arts. So we've been talking about the music. We've been talking about different kind of creative things with the food festival. And now the Flickers Rhode Island International Film Festival is such a big deal. It runs from August 8th through the 13th at venues in Providence, East Greenwich, Newport, Woonsocket, all across the state. It's unbelievable. They're going to be screening 265 films, and it is the largest film festival in all of New England.
Wow.
It's going to attract more than 6,200 film entries from around the world.
That is so great. And, it really puts us in a position where it exposes us to independent filmmakers, and we all know how the process works. So maybe we don't all know, but we understand how the process works as far as showcasing these films, and then it gets picked up by somebody, or they watch it and they want to take it to the next level, somebody who's influential at various companies out there that do that kind of thing. And it also exposes the state in a way of, hey, listen, come make a movie here. And we've had a number of movies that have been made here, and to show such a diverse scene here when it comes to film, that's so great.
It really is. And in addition, this is New England's only Academy Award qualifying festival.
Really?
So if you ever sit there and you're like, gosh, how do people pick these? And how do they know which ones can qualify? For example, the short film category. That's one of the things that you can qualify here at the Flickers Rhode Island International Film Festival.
Oh.
So you could see something, and then it might have the potential of actually winning an Academy Award. Isn't that pretty neat?
That is awesome. Yeah. I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
Look at that. A little Rhody getting a little giving a chance to those who need a chance.
That's right. So
that's what Roger Williams was all about.
Truly.
Well, kind of other things too, but
we won't discuss those in the podcast.
No. If you want to learn about that, watch Family Guy.
So that's what's wicked fun in the 401. And coming up is the Wicked Family Friendly Pick of the Week.
dating way back to December 4th, 2016. I was sitting on my couch and I said, geez, I think I'll write a children's book. 90 minutes later, I handed the manuscript to my wife. She rolled her eyes and said, okay, good luck.
Here we go.
And that started the process to the book, Because Your Mommy Does CrossFit, authored by yours truly, illustrated by Kristen Rabchak, printed at Barrington Printing, which is located in Cranston, Rhode Island.
Woo!
And it's out. It's out for sale. We've sold some copies already, but we are having our official book launch and party happening on Monday and Tuesday at Barrington Books, the two different locations.
Tell me about it.
So on Monday, it will be August 14th, Barrington Books in Barrington.
Easy to remember.
Very easy. And on Tuesday, it will be at Barrington Books Retold, although I thought I heard somewhere that they were changing it, the dropping the Retold. Anyway, the Barrington Books at the Garden City Center.
My neck of the woods.
There you go. So, Kristen, the illustrator, is from Warwick. So she's going to travel overseas on Monday. I'm going to travel overseas on Tuesday so we can cover both of these.
Meeting over the bay.
Absolutely. That's that Highway Bridge is... it's a beautiful thing.
Okay, so no joke. You seriously wrote a children's book.
Yes.
This is not something that you've done for your entire career. You had this brainchild. It's kind of like what people talk about when they're like, spur of the moment, something inspired me. You got a friend who's an illustrator from Rhode Island.
She is actually not an illustrator. This is her first stab at it.
What?
Yeah, so she illustrates. She did a phenomenal job. She did all the illustrations. And if you go to the Wicked Rhody page or you go to our Facebook or my page, you'll see it there. She did an awesome job.
She did.
The illustrations really make the story what it is. She did, and it wasn't one of those situations. The reason why we were able to turn it around in just about 6 months is it's 30 pages long, so that's a lot of artwork. She did a ton of work.
Yes.
I worked for 90 minutes. Okay, she worked for close to double that in days. 180 days working. She did a great job.
Yes,
and on top of doing her real job and everything. It was like the first time she sent, the first kind of, illustrations, like the samples and stuff. Yeah. I said, just keep going. I'm not changing anything. This is great. This is exactly what I had in mind.
Yep.
So, and she did it all with the Apple iPad and the Apple Pen and everything.
Beautiful.
It was so great. She did a great job. So, that is happening on Monday and Tuesday, both nights from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at Barrington Books in Barrington on Monday, Barrington Books in Cranston at Garden City on Tuesday. Would love to have you come out.
Yay.
We'll be signing autographs, taking photos. I will not be doing any CrossFit demonstrations because I have to work for the rest of the week and record, obviously, podcasts and do all that fun stuff.
I love it.
As we said in the beginning, everything we talked about today can be found on our website, wickedroadypodcast.com.
Guys, we're on Facebook and Instagram, and if you go to any of these events that we talked about, especially if you go to the Because Your Mommy Does CrossFit book signing, we're going to want to see it. And so you're going to need to use the hashtag WickedRhody, and you can even tag us on Facebook and Instagram so that we know that you got to check out some fun stuff here in the Ocean State.
If you would like to get involved, we have advertising and sponsorship opportunities. Email us at wickedroadypodcast@gmail.com, and that includes if you've got something that you want to for us to check out and share with people.
Yeah.
Shoot us an email.
Amen.
Experiences are always something cool that we like to do. So be sure to hit us up, wickedroadypodcast@gmail.com.
Until next time, folks, I'm Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Rhody. We'll have more for you next Thursday.
Go Patriots! Suck on that, Goodell.